everybody, it's Mandy, and I wanted to do a video today because you guys have seen me clean my office and everything like that. And I mentioned that I have a schedule for cleaning my office, which is basically once a week on Mondays, because Mondays are my easier days at work. I tend to be able to have at least a good 30 minutes to clean my office. So whenever I'm actually doing it and don't make up some excuse to do something else, then it's a great way of keeping on top of things for work. So today is going to be one of those days. It is maintenance day. So now you get to see what all happens in a week's time with my office, because when I last left you guys, it was, I think, Wednesday of last week is whenever I got everything, pretty much where I wanted it to be. I didn't finish. You guys know that. I didn't finish. But I got a little bit of extra time to work on some of that stuff. But we're just going to do some maintenance too. That's the main thing I want to focus on. So let me show you guys what the condition of my office is now after, 3 days and a weekend. Okay, it never fails. I always have boxes right at my door. The reason why this blue box is always here is this door doesn't shut very well, so I always have to use the blue box to keep it from the dogs pushing it open and things like that while I'm working through the day. Otherwise, it drives me completely insane. So that's the reason why that box is there. And it tends to be a hot spot because, in fact, the box is there, I tend to pack other boxes on top. So, like, this box is actually some equipment that I got from work. Shipped to me. So I'm still working on getting all that set up, which is something I need to do after I clean my office today. This box here also has some jewelry in it. Yeah, jewelry's everywhere. It's a fact of life. So here is my desk now. So again, it seems like it never fails. I tend to get more piled up somehow with all of this mess. It just always seems to happen. But the good news is this stuff is going to be pretty quick. And hey, if y'all ever want to know, what do? I am editing a video right now. Okay, so this stuff just kind of happens. It's just a fact of life. You're always going to have things pile up and stuff like that. It never fails. All you can do is deal with it and find some kind of system to set up to keep in control of it as best you can. So even though this seems like a lot of stuff, it's really only going to take me maybe 15 minutes to get it done, and then I can focus on moving forward with more of the stuff I need to get to, i.e. this stuff under here. Okay? So set a system in place, keep up with that system, be consistent with it, and you will be on top of this stuff. It's not going to say that you're never going to have a mess. You will, but you'll be able to handle that mess a lot better whenever you have these systems in place. So if you don't have a system, make one. Figure out when is the best time for me to work on X room. That is the day that you work on that room. So today is that day. Monday is my office cleanup day. I even have it on my calendar, so it reminds me every day to do it. All right? So I'm going to get started. Well, I couldn't have guessed that right had I tried. And it took exactly 15 minutes to get through this stuff. So here's what it looks like now. Bam! Clean area. Okay, this is all the equipment I got to set up, which I'll be setting up here shortly. All of it is cleared. All of this looks nice over here. I can still walk through if I needed to for my eBay stuff. Everything's cool. All the stuff I set up last week is still in place and working well. Oh, and by the way, I didn't mention this, but this, having my snacks on this side was actually a really good idea. It's the left-hand side, so it's space that I don't use a lot. I tend to go to my right most of the time, so it just made more sense to have it over here on the left. For one thing, it'll deter me from snacking. I have noticed I haven't snacked as much, just from moving it from the right side of my desk to the left side. Kind of weird, but it's how it works out. But anyway, I did like this change up, so I'm keeping it. So it's all about trying out new processes and see what you think of them and stuff. So anyway, this is what I got done in 15 minutes. So now I'm going to attack the pile of no return. I'll let you know what all I get done. So as I was sorting through this pile of stuff, I found a lot of things for organization from a course I took. What's interesting is I've actually gone on a big journey, mainly because of my work, about organization and finding the right organization for you. Because I am a supervisor, I'm over a team, and I have to stay organized to be effective for that team. And I knew I wasn't there. I kept, like, things kept slipping through the cracks and all that kind of stuff. So I've had to figure out something. So I took several different organizing classes and things like that. And one thing I learned is there's not a one-size-fits-all organization system that's going to work for everybody. Meaning, you got to find out what your organization system would be. What will work for you that you will actually keep up. That is key. What will you keep up? Because, you know, I'll see organization systems and I'm like, oh, those are awesome ideas and things like that. And then I go to actually orchestrate them and yeah, they're great for like a week or so. But then I like lose it and stop using it. And then I come back to it and I'm like, oh crap, I had all this stuff I was supposed to do. I never did do this because it got lost and all of that stuff. And I didn't, you know, the system was just too chaotic to maintain. So through this, I found different ways for me to organize, and I might do a video on it one day for you guys. I did find that I'm one of those, I like a lot of blank space. I don't like things like all sorted into categories and then categories of categories and subcategories of things. That just did not work for me. That was too much for me to maintain, and my brain does not work that way. So because of that, as I'm going through this pile, I'm finding some of those old organizational systems and I'm throwing them away, knowing full well they will not work for me and knowing full well what does work for me. So let go of the old you if it's something that you started a project on and you're like, I didn't do this. This didn't work for me. Just accept that it didn't work for you and just let it go. It's okay. You don't have to hold on to it. What's the point anyway? All right. That is done too. So I got all of this done in about 40 minutes, I guess. So not this in particular, but with cleaning the office and this, it took 40 minutes total. So not bad. And I now have this clear area here. I don't need to put anything else here. That's the thing. Looks like there's a dinosaur of Xander's back here that I didn't see. Yep, dinosaur of Xander's. Well, that's going to go back to him. And then I know what's in this. It's my mother-in-law's picture, so not much I can do about that. So, unless I can institute some of the suggestions y'all gave me in my last video when I asked, what do you do when other people's stuff is in your way? So, I will be very welcome to comments. So, if you didn't comment in that first video, tell me. What do you do when other people's stuff is in your way? There you go. Okay? So, but, I mean, in actuality, it's not in my way. It's over to the side, and unless I go this direction, that's the only time it bugs me. But anyway, maintenance is key with keeping your areas clean. So, with each room, you may want to set aside a day. That's your day to catch up on that room. Even if it's just a little bit. So, like, whenever my office was started out, it looked horrible, right? But just a few days of working on it, like 45 minutes a day, boom, it was done within, what, 4 days total? Or actually just 3 days. And then today was just maintenance and, you know, working a little bit ahead. So if you do that every single time with every room in your house, you'll have a good system going. Of course, I know some of you will have more time than others and that kind of thing, but I promise you it's going to get done and you're going to love the results and the empty space. It's so nice. Yeah, I got to still set up all that equipment. Gonna do that now. But anyway, I will talk to you all later. Bye.